It was the CHEXA, which was the GDU, which was the Extraordinary Commission for Struggle Against Counter-Revolution, Sabotage, and Speculation. Do you remember that?
What is this from?
That is from the Gulag Archipelago focus group.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's the end game for a lot of these people. I think that's exactly what they have in mind. That's why I say that you have it among some of these people, some extremely dangerous people with very dangerous views. Well, here's an illustration of this that I think is even more extreme. You may be familiar with a fellow named Ibram X. Kendi. He is someone who is now considered to be a leading commentator, even a scholar on anti-racism. He's gotten a lot of recognition among the chattering classes or whatever for being this bold anti-racist writer. And his think tank actually was given a $10 million donation by Twitter. So where we are now. But in one of Ibram X. Kendi's books, he outlines what kind of governmental system he wants. And he argues that the highest body of government should be what he calls the Department of Anti-Racism. And this Department of Anti-Racism has the power to overrule any policy of any level of government anywhere, state, local, or federal, if it's deemed to be racist. The members of this Department of Anti-Racism would not be elected. They would be appointed based on their anti-racism credentials. In other words, they would be ideologues in critical race theory, like this fellow is. All right. So these people would be basically the highest body of government. And they would have the power to overturn the elected branches of government at any point if something was deemed to be, a policy was deemed to be racist. And somebody asked him if there's any such thing as a race-neutral policy. And he said no. And for example, he was asked, well, are tax cuts, is that a race-neutral policy? And he says no, because tax cuts help white people more than black people. This guy's idea of what the state should be is basically identical to the Ayatollah Khomeini's idea of the Council of Guardians, where the highest body of government is like a council of Islamic scholars who are, from the correct sectarian tendencies, who basically, and still today in Iran, have the policy to overrule virtually any policy that the secular government, even the president, enacts. Also, another thing it reminded me of was the late Dr. William Pierce, who was the author of the Turner Diaries. He was an American neo-Nazi leader who headed up an organization called the National Alliance. He once said that his ideal model of government would be something where the highest body of government was what he called an Aryan religious order, where basically it was like a monastery that, you have people who are so pure in their ideology that they're never going to backslide into whatever they would backsliding would be, and they're going to have the highest body of they're going to be empowered to appoint all the other sections, functions of government, based on ideological criteria. And that's exactly what this fellow Ibram X. Kendi is advocating for. This Department of Anti-Racism idea. It's the mirror image of this thing that you